Deborah Jo Hunter. During the height of the 2020 pandemic, people wore face masks and were advised to stay home to observe social distancing. Still, Hunter didn't care for such measures. During an altercation with employees at a Pier 1 store over an item return, Sprague started recording the fierce encounter.
I think I'll get real close to you and hop on you then. How's that?
The video went viral, and Sprague reported the case to the police. Hunter was arrested and held in a cell, but she posted her bail and was released. Heather Sprague, the victim of the deliberate cough, had brain cancer. She told the court that the cough made her family anxious and they had to isolate and go for COVID tests. Luckily, the results came out negative. Hunter was charged with misdemeanor assault, and after 9 months of court proceedings, she pleaded guilty to the charge.
My mistake and how it affected my family and mostly my children. I mean, it's affected all of us and my husband, but you know, the kids are the innocent ones, and I just want to make you aware of what they've gone through.
Her husband informed the court that the family recently survived several hardships, including losing all their possessions in a house fire. He said that those things added to the unusual behavior of his wife. Judge James Ruth criticized Hunter's lack of remorse and her focus on how the event affected her family, without any thought on how it affected the victim's family. Hunter was sentenced to 30 days in jail and is under 6 months probation. She was also ordered to pay a fine of $500 and cover the cost of the victim's COVID tests. Additionally, she was mandated to attend a mental health evaluation and anger management class.
Exactly what I fucking do.
This bitch is really trying to stab him just because.
No, I ain't trying to stab nobody. It's called self-defense, you stupid bitch.
Amber Rocco. Rocco was caught on camera shouting racial slurs at a black couple while wielding a knife. The incident occurred on Christmas Eve at a McMinnville parking lot. Rocco seemed to have been pissed off by the crooked parking done by Imora Roberson's aunt. The viral video was posted on Facebook by Roberson.
I feared for my safety and my daughter's safety because I didn't know what she had planned to do, and she didn't look quite all there.
She also confirmed that Rocco slapped her boyfriend and spat on him when he cautioned her about wielding a knife.
She just started acting crazy. She spit on him and slapped him.
The police arrested Rocco soon after and booked her in Yamhill County Jail until she met her $55,000 bail terms.
I do 100% from the bottom of my heart regret saying that word.
Rocco was charged with 2 felony counts of first-degree intimidation, 2 felony counts of unlawful use of a weapon, 2 misdemeanor counts of menacing, and 2 misdemeanor counts of harassment. She pleaded guilty and was sentenced to 30 days in prison, plus 3 years of probation. Do you believe her?
Morning, Soto. You've been charged with possession of Xanax. B-A-R-S. I don't know what that is. What is that?
Xanax bars. That's how they're referred to.
Xanax bars.
Penelope Soto. Soto was initially arrested when someone called the police about a woman lying on the ground. When the police arrived, Soto was on her feet but was looking disheveled and crying. She openly confessed to the police that she was on Xanax and admitted to having more in her purse. The police searched her bag, and true to form, there were 3 packets of Xanax there. She was charged in court with possession of drugs, and during her trial, she appeared to be still reacting to the Xanax. Soto was laughing, stroking her hair, and was unstable. Judge Jorge Rodriguez Chomat, seeking to know the right amount to set for her bail, asked her about her jewelry and assets.
All right, how much is your jewelry worth?
It's worth a lot of money.
Like what?
Like Rick Ross.
Huh?
It's worth money.
Have you had any kind of drugs in the last 24 hours?
Soto kept smiling, apologized, told the judge that the question made her laugh, and said that the jewelry cost a lot of money. Judge Chomat finally placed her on $5,000 bail and dismissed her. But Soto was not done with her theatrics. Once she heard her bail conditions and that she was free to leave, she shouted adios to the judge.
Bye-bye.
Adios.
Unfortunately, the judge had enough of it. He called her back and increased her bond to $10,000. And that's when Soto lost it.
I am serious. Adios. Come back again. Come back.
But the judge had the last word. He called her back and sentenced her to 30 days in jail for contempt of court. Soto made headlines for her unusual behavior in court, and videos of her rude behavior went viral. After only 4 days, Soto was in court again. This time, she was apologetic and remorseful, and hardly advertised her set of teeth. She apologized to Judge Tomat for her rude behavior, and the judge accepted her apology and vacated her sentence. However, she was required to finish a rehabilitation program.
A custody evaluation was completed, and so we have filed a motion for drug screening and a motion for a psychological exam based upon
Amanda Stiles. Now look at that again, paying attention to Amanda Stiles. Stiles was in court for a custody hearing when Lacey Kimball, the attorney representing her husband, informed Judge Drew Ten Eyck that they had filed a motion to compel her to go for a psychological evaluation and drug screening to determine her capacity to take care of children. Karen Stiles couldn't keep quiet. She interrupted the attorney so much that the judge had to step in.
as for our motion.
He
to
also
compel
represents
the
Cody and also
turned
fucking that there is.
Okay, so Ms. Stiles, I'll unmute you in just a second. You need to let Ms. Kimball finish what she's saying.
I need to pause the hearing. I don't have an attorney. Can you give me some time to get an attorney?
When it was her turn to speak, she informed the court that she would not partake in any drug screening or pay for it.
Let's go with the drug screening part. Do you have an objection to taking a drug test?
I'm not going to pay for it because I'll tell you up front I'll file for marijuana.
When was the last
But
time?
I'm happy to take it
When
on
was the last
expense.
time you took marijuana?
I use marijuana daily.
This admission wouldn't have been a problem if she lived in California, where the use of marijuana is legal. However, she's living in Texas, and marijuana is illegal in Texas. The request by Kimball for her to undergo a psychological evaluation makes sense now, because who goes to court to report that they're committing a crime? Our local Karen continued her interruptions, flatly refused to go for a psychological evaluation again, and almost challenged the judge to force her to do it. At this stage, any judge would have found her guilty of contempt of court, but not Judge Ten Eyck. He was extremely patient with her, but that doesn't seem to work with Karens. She swore at the judge and received a warning of a fine, but that didn't stop her. She used inappropriate language in court multiple times, raking up to $300 in fines. Eventually, the judge had to complete the rest of the hearing without her.
Fuck you
Why?
up.
What did I do?
Because you are an look at the whole stairs to yourself.
Great. Did you just make a racist comment?
You know what? I am not a racist person.
You just made
But
a
you know
racist
what?
comment.
You need to go home.
I am from here.
Look it. Go home.
I am here from here.
Go home. I don't care about your Facebook or your video.
Lena Hernandez. The most Karen of Karens goes to Lena Hernandez, the Karen who went viral when a video of her racially abusing Asians in Torrance Park, California, made it to the internet and has been charged in court. The footage showed an Asian woman exercising in Torrance Park when Hernandez accosted her, racially abused her, cursed her, and told her to return to whatever Asian country she came from. Another video also showed her shouting an anti-Asian rant at a man in a park. Racist remarks are bad enough, but this Karen took it an inch higher by attacking an Asian American in a mall. Although she reported the matter to the police, they took no action. In court, Salmanow recounted how Hernandez was verbally assaulting a mall custodian. Hernandez assaulted and shoved her to the ground when she tried to intervene. When Salmanow attempted to stand up, Hernandez held her head to the ground, pulled her hair, and gave her several blows. She stated that the attack made her scared of going to the mall and around the community, and that she's still struggling from the trauma of the attack. Salmanow's case made it to the court after she detailed her ordeal at the hands of the same woman on Twitter. Due to the attention the anti-Asian rants brought, the Torrance City Attorney's Office filed a criminal complaint of battery against Hernandez. She pleaded no contest to misdemeanor battery and was sentenced to 47 days in county jail and 3 years of probation. She was also required to take anger management classes and ordered to stay at least 100 yards away from the Del Amo Mall and Salmanow. However, Salmanow has expressed her disappointment with the ruling.
It was violent. It was a violent attack to me. So it should have been the maximum amount of 6 months.
What did you make of these Karens and the punishment they got? Have you witnessed any Karen that got their karma? Tell us about it in the comments section.